The other thing I want to talk about is this username action tag, which is native to REDCap. And it can be very useful if you are trying to do something where only one person should be filling out this form and you want to be sure that it really was that one person who did it. So it sets the field's value to the username of the current REDCap user. If it's a survey, you only get this. So surveys, this is not a feasible usage of @username. Once the value is captured, though, it will not be changed when visiting the page at a later time, as long as you keep it hidden. If you don't hide it and you don't add it to read only, then somebody can come in here and change it. And that's obviously not what you want to have happen. So best practice really is just to keep the field hidden so users will not be able to access it and update it. So right now I have this record. I had created it. As an admin, we have this option to change users. And so I had done that and saved some records. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new record for the username. And it automatically shows that my name is the user being done. And again, like I said, I could change this. Not that we want, this is like the bad way to use it. And then 14 years old, Tucson, and today. Save it. And then I'm going to use this little function. I'll change myself to Tanya. And now when I open this up, these values, this is piped in data. These values are all still the same because it will not change the username field. That's the way this is designed. Save and stay. Now, if I create another new record as Tanya, you see it comes up as Tanya, and we go 55, Tucson, today, complete, save and stay. And it's still listed as Tanya. Again, if I change myself back to this and I change something on the record, make it 52 instead, save and stay, the username fields do not change. So it's always the first user that accesses the data that this information is saved for. Any user that accesses the data later, the username will not change. It will always stay the first person that accesses and saves the form. And that's really about all I have to show today, unless somebody has some questions.
All right. Sounds good. That was a really good presentation. Those seem like they'd be really useful going forward.
Yes, in one place, how I am using this username is, well, it's not exactly this, but I thought that this might be a good way is like if you have an AE in your study and you have to have the PI sign off on it and then show that as documentation, you could add this @username field. And then when the PI accesses the form and saves it and signs it or whatever the indication is to know that they actually did it, you'll also have their username attached to the record.